All right. Hey, Dom, I'm going to just do this real quick video for you to show you how to do this assignment. So what you're going to do is pull up, there's a work document. So you want to make sure that you have that pulled up. And then in the work document, there is a link that you go to for the simulation. And when you click on it, it will look similar to this, although you won't see the dots in there because you have to hit setup reset once you set what you're going to do, and then you'll see the dots. Okay, so this first page, it's really a step-by-step instruction of what to do and how to set it up. So I'll just kind of go through this with you. And then for the trials, you're going to do three different trials for activity A. And then don't worry about activity B or part B because you kind of have to do that in a small group, and I'll have to give you that assignment later. So let's just worry about part A. So basically what you're going to do is once you open up the simulation for trial 1, you're going to want to select the following setting on the simulation. You're going to want to change the initial gas temperature to 100. So you're going to go over here and you're just going to change it to 100. And then you're going to put in number of particles to be 20. And then make sure you hit Setup Reset. So it says input your selections into the simulation by clicking on Setup. So when you do that, you can see that the dots, the particles show up, and it's a gas. We're going to see them move in a sec, but it's a gas. And then your data that you collect is in the yellow boxes. So what you set up is in the green boxes, and the data is in the yellow. Okay. Then you're going to let the simulation run. Well, you'll hit go, and then you're going to let the simulation run for, I don't know, it says 10 to 15 seconds. And then you're going to record the data that you see. So the data that we see is that the temperature of our gas in this container is 100 degrees Celsius, and that's the temperature we put in. The kinetic energy, what that means is all of these particles have kinetic energy, but when we add up all of the particles' kinetic energy, the total for what we've set is 7,460. Okay, so then you're going to go down to the boxes, and in trial 1, we set it to be 100 degrees. Number of particles was 20. And so visualize particle speed, we still need to do. So you will go to this box and you can click however you want to visualize their speed. You can do different shades. So then what happens is there are different colors based on how fast they're going. You could look at their whooshies, or you could do both. And that just gives you a visualization about their speed. So the darker pink or red they are, the faster they're going to go. And the whooshies, the longer the whooshie, the faster it is. Okay, so we'll just put in here that we did trail length and shades. Okay, and you can set it for that for each trial that you do, whatever you want to set it at for particle speeds. You decide what you want to do. So now we're going to record the data from the yellow boxes. So we set the temperature to 100. The temperature of the gas was 100. Its kinetic energy doesn't change. As we can see, that's not changing. Its overall kinetic energy for all of the particles remains 7,460. However, the speed of the particles individually can change. So we can see that we have a slow speed of a particle. We have particles that are going to go faster, and those are going to be constantly changing. So just type in a snapshot of where it is at that moment. So we'll type in that. Okay, so that's trial 1. Now for observations, we want to just observe what's going on with a particle. So you're going to click follow a particle. And now you can follow a particle and see what happens when it collides with other particles. So when it hits other particles, it can either, oh, there it goes, it's sped up. Now it's slowed down. And so when it hits other particles, its speed changes. There you go. So there it's going fast now. And I think if it hits a slower one, it will slow down itself. Okay, so then you're just going to observe what you see going on when particles collide. What happens to their speed when they collide? What happens to their direction when they collide? So you'll type in those observations. Now for trial 2, you have to reset it to a different energy. So you're going to give it temperature, and different numbers of particles, okay? And you will record what you do for trial 2 and then trial 3. So here's what we did in class. We did set it for 200 for gas, and we set our particles at 30. And then you can keep trail length and shades. And then when you do that and you input that data and you hit setup reset, then your yellow boxes will change. So make sure you fill out the data there and then observe what happens with particles when we set it at these settings. And then for trial 3, our class, we did 300, so we went higher in temperature, and then we reduced the number of particles. So we really aren't isolating a variable yet. We'll do that in part B, but I can explain that to you in class when you come back. Okay, so then again, visualize particle speed, trail length, and shades, and then make sure you hit setup reset, get your data, make your observations, and then you can do part B when you come back. Hope this helps. All right, let me know if you have questions.